Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Virtual College Fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselors and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at strivescan.com/Virginia. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at that same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. And I'll turn it over to our presenters now. We are in session A2 here, so first up is William and Mary.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan Madler. I'm one of the assistant deans here at William & Mary. I'm going to share my screen here and put up a little bit of a presentation we've got for you today. So if you see here the picture, our Wren building, one of the oldest academic buildings in the United States, but also some really important information right here is our website. So if you do have any questions following this presentation, please go to our website. We have so much information about majors and minors and student life and a handy dandy application checklist for any of our seniors who are joining us today. So a little bit about Mary. We are in Tidewater, Virginia. So if you can see this little outline of Virginia right here, we're about an hour away from Norfolk, Virginia Beach area, roughly an hour or so from Richmond, and then about 2.5 hours or so away from DC. That affords us some neat opportunities. We've got our Virginia Institute of Marine Science about half an hour away in Gloucester Point. And we do have a study away option in Washington, DC that typically pairs a course with an internship or research experience. We are the second oldest institution of higher learning in the United States, the first institution with a law school and an honor system. Some other famous firsts: we were the first school to have a program of elective study, and we also had the first program studying modern languages. So all of those are represented in our degrees today. We have programs in modern languages. We have an area of your degree devoted to elective study where you can add in a second major or a minor, both very popular options here. We're about 6,000 undergraduate students. So on one hand, you have the tight-knit community feel, the close student-professor relationships, smaller class sizes that you might find at a small institution, but on the other hand, we do have Division I athletics, over 450 different clubs and organizations, and lots of undergraduate research. About 80% of our students participate in undergraduate research while they are at the university. So a little bit more about our student body here. We do have about 42% of our student body self-identifying as students of color. About 10% of our students are also identifying as first generation. A little bit about academics. So we do have those smaller class sizes, around 25 to 35 students. Again, it's kind of going to depend on the major and the type of class there. All of our classes are taught by full faculty, so you will never have a graduate assistant or a teaching assistant teaching your classes here. We do rank #1 in undergraduate student study abroad participation for public universities. So about 60% of our students decide to study abroad, most to fill their global perspectives requirement as part of their CALL curriculum, which is kind of our liberal arts curriculum here. Research is happening in all different fields, not just your hard sciences, but it is including things like humanities. So if you want to go into Colonial Williamsburg and study history or work with aid data to study global development, you can get involved with both of those while you're a student at the university. So a couple facts and figures I'll go through really briefly before I pass it over to my next presentation. We have about a 42% overall rate. We have about 1,500 students in the class of 2024. This right here, our freshman retention rate and graduation rate, are both huge indicators of how great the campus community is here at William & Mary. So great things to look at when you are looking to find a college to call home is what that freshman retention and graduation rate looks like. Now in the middle, you'll see a little bit of information about academics and what we're looking for in an application. We do have a holistic admissions process, so nothing is ever being decided by one number or one factor. We are going to look at sort of your transcript, your overall academic journey there. But we're also going to look at extracurriculars, which include things like jobs that you might have held in high school. It also includes family responsibilities, hobbies. We're going to look at a personal statement, getting to know who you are a little bit more. We have some optional parts of our application as well. So a test score this year is completely optional. When I say that we are test optional, truly that means test optional. You'll still be considered for merit scholarships. Not having a test score won't reflect negatively on your application. And we don't have any numbers that we're looking for when it comes to students who are applying test optional. So please don't go out of your way to try to find a test score or add one if you don't like your test score. Other things we will add additional letters of recommendation, typically about 2 to 3. You can add in a portfolio as well. So if you're creatively gifted, you can add in music, dance, art portfolios, and those will be evaluated by our arts department and added as a recommendation to our application. For anyone who is a junior or below, we do also have senior interviews this summer before and fall of your senior year. You are welcome to participate in those, and everything you can register for everything on our website. So I'll go back to that information really quickly. Again, here's our contact information. Feel free to reach out.
Great, thank you so much. And up next, we'll hear from Dickinson College.
Wonderful, thank you. Okay. Well, thank you for joining us this afternoon. My name is Rebecca Chernia. I'm an Associate Director of Admissions at Dickinson. My position is a little bit unique at the school in that I am a full-time admissions employee, but I am actually regionally based down in Washington, D.C. So depending on where you are in Virginia, I might be a little bit closer to you than you are to campus. So to share a little bit of information about Dickinson, we are a small liberal arts college located in central Pennsylvania, specifically Carlisle, PA, which is about 20 minutes outside of Harrisburg, or the capital of the state. It's an easy 2-hour drive to campus from where I am in DC. So depending again on where you are in Virginia, you're probably anywhere between 2 to 4-ish hours from campus. Carlisle itself is a small but vibrant town. It's home to about 20,000 people, and our college is located right in the heart of that downtown. We do have a very positive relationship with our town, so this works really well for our students in that they can take advantage of the things both happening on campus as well as in the greater community as well. We have about 2,300 students studying about 45 different majors and concentrations at the college. So as a liberal arts institution, we do stay very true to our roots. We have infrastructure to support all of our students. You can see from these numbers here, our student to faculty ratio is 8 to 1. Average class size is around 14 students. So if you are the type of student who loves a really collaborative environment, you like discussion-based courses, hands-on work, the opportunity to build relationships with your teachers, those are very much hallmarks of a Dickinson experience. I would also like to touch a little bit on the history of the college because it is quite unique. Dickinson was the first college formed in the newly United States. So we appeared 6 days after the signing of the Treaty of Paris. And that was not a coincidence. Founding fathers knew that we needed a new type of higher education to educate new leaders for this new country. So a very lot, I think they found the right person in our founder, Benjamin Rush. A lot of the things that he believed education should be and the purpose that it serves in society, we still very much hold true to today. So you will find that we have 4 pillars of our Dickinson experience. We want all of our students to be future focused, global, sustainable, and engaged. So no matter what you are studying, these are the things that we want you to walk away with. So to touch a little bit on that global and sustainable piece, global for us means a few different things. You will find it in the diversity of our courses offered. You will find it in our secondary language requirement, which is a little bit unique. So we truly do take it seriously that we are educating global citizens. And that can really only happen if you understand and speak more than just English. So all of our students, no matter what they are studying, will look to get to at least the intermediate level of a secondary language. If you're studying something with international in the title, you're going to go higher than that. We have 13 different languages from, so there definitely is some really good options and something for everybody within that category. And then of course, whenever you hear global, students always study abroad, and we do have very robust study abroad programs. Dickinson runs 18 of its own programs, and then we're partnered with some outside organizations to provide additional opportunities, because we do want you to have more than just 18 study abroad choices. So all in between us and those partner organizations, you will have more than 50 study abroad options to choose from. You will find most of our abroad options center around either a semester or a year-long program, just because we think you need that length of time away in order to truly get the most out of the experience. I love the number on this slide here. 60% of our students do study abroad, which is many times higher than the national average. We also have great percentages of science majors and student athletes studying abroad as well. And historically, those are two very represented populations in abroad programs. And then for society, again, this is very important to us as well. So we are quite excited that this year we did achieve our goal of becoming carbon neutral. So we are very, very excited about that. Lots of different things went into that number. And to us, sustainability is more than just recycling and LEED certified buildings, which we absolutely do have. But we do also manage our own farm as well, which I think is a really cool opportunity for our students. It's a great living laboratory, it's a great volunteer opportunity, and it's a fully functioning farm. So a lot of that food ends up back in our dining hall, as well as out into the community through the farmers market, the food pantry, and CSA programs as well. Just to touch a little bit on our admission requirements and financial aid and what that process looks like, we are completely holistic when it comes to reviewing applicants for admission. We don't track the GPAs of our incoming class because we look at your GPA in light of your school. So we look at what your school offered, what you took advantage of, and how with what you were offered. We're very excited that this year we have decided to go test blind. So we're about, I think, one of 60 schools right now to have this policy in place. We have been test optional in the 1990s, so this is a very natural next step for us. And what that means is that we will not be looking at test scores for any student for any reason, not for admissions, not for merit scholarships. So I personally am very excited that we have this policy in place. As far as financial aid goes, we are able to automatically consider all students for a merit-based scholarship when they apply. No separate application for most of them, which I will clarify in a moment, and no need to notify us that you want to be considered for a scholarship. The dollar amount can range from $15,000 to $30,000 in academic year, and it's renewable for all 4 years. Our absolute highest merit scholarship is the presidential at 35, and that one does have a separate application of 2 short essays and a deadline of January 15th. We are able to meet 100% of demonstrated need for all of our admitted students. So if you want to be considered for that, you just need to submit both the FAFSA and the CSS profile. So that's my very quick overview, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Great, thank you. So next we'll hear from Concord University.
Hi, my name is Amy Walker, and I'm an admissions counselor with Concord University. Today with me is also my coworker, Maisie Landreth. She and I both have Virginia. And if you're like me and you have a question you want to hurry up and ask, feel free to utilize the Q&A panel, and she'll get back with you immediately. For those of you who don't know where we're located, we're in Athens and Beckley, West Virginia. We're a public liberal arts university, but we have that small private field. We're founded in 1872. We have over 60 majors and minors to choose from. Our most popular majors are education, which is our flagship, pre-med, social work, as well as business. We have 4 graduate degree programs that you can be involved in as well, 2 with education, social work, as well as masters in health promotion. Athens is a small town in southern West Virginia, which is about 1,000 residents. And so we'll go on a little bit more. Our requirements are standard with GPA is 2.0, SAT is a 950, and ACT is an 18. We are test optional this year. However, if you have a 2.5 or higher in your transcripts, we can go ahead and review you for further admission. We have over 110 full-time faculty which hold their position in their highest field. And also we want to make sure that you guys know that you won't have a graduate assistant teach you. It's always your faculty, as well as that'll be your advisor in your area. We like to promote our small average class size, which runs from about 15 to 20. The more advanced your class is, the smaller it tends to be. Student to faculty ratio is approximately 14:1. We're big with our performing arts, so if you want to be involved in theater, a variety of bands, vocal ensembles, there's scholarship potential for that. We also have an FM station on campus if you want to partake in that, or our broadcasting station as well. We have over 60 different types of organizations you can be a part of, so whether it's faith-based, political organizations, Greek life, of course, and we also have community service such as the Bonner Scholars Program. We're nestled in southern West Virginia amongst the mountains, so a lot of our students like to go outside and do a variety of activities, especially if you haven't seen all 4 seasons. You can definitely do that here at Concord, whether it's golfing, hiking, skiing, or snowboarding. And we also have places such as Winter Place and Pipestem that offer discounts to our students. So if you're interested in ski lessons, or if you're interested in doing some type of zip lining, we can take care of you. We're Division II in NCAA for athletics, which means potential scholarship money. Cross country and for men and women's, as well as women's soccer, they tend to bring home the most trophies, but we have some other great programs. If you're interested more into esports, we offer that as well. All of these have potential scholarship money. With esports, we have League of Legends, Overwatch, Call of Duty, and we just recently added Valorant. Check out cumountainlions.com for more details. We have approximately 700 students who actually reside on campus, and we have a variety of residence halls and suite style as well as traditional style. If you're a freshman, you can definitely bring your car on campus, and it's only $25 a semester. We want to make sure it's an affordable process for you. And for our dining services, in addition to our cafeteria, we have Starbucks, Subway, Wingspan, which I kind of refer to as like a mini Buffalo Wild Wings. All of our meal plan options are the same, so you don't have to worry about considering that into your costs. So we want to make sure it's an affordable process for you. For public safety, we have over 400 cameras on campus, and we don't have mall cops. We have actually policemen on campus that are trained by the West Virginia State Police Academy. And one thing that's really cool about them is they try to make a goal to get to know you by the end of your freshman year. Sometimes you'll see them playing sports intramurals with you. They're just really great guys to get to know. We're very scholarship heavy. We're actually 49th in the nation for top public schools on giving out the most scholarship aid. This starts with a 3.0 GPA and at least a 960 or an 18. If you don't take a test and you have a 3.0, you will get some minimal scholarships. But we also offer Bonner, which is a community service program that's really great to take advantage of. So that's something that you encourage people to check out. Just go to concord.edu/Bonner. We're the only public school in the United States that offers this program. Our Alumni Foundation is constantly doing fundraisers for scholarships as well, even if your parents are not alumni. We have foundation scholarships as well. So feel free to take a screenshot of that link so you can discover more. Feel free to apply today if you haven't already. It's free and the application process is easy, I promise you. Just go to concord.edu/apply so we can start to see what scholarships you may qualify for. And I encourage you to get social with us and follow us, whether you like Facebook, Instagram more, or Twitter. And always feel free to email us at admissions@concord.edu. And below is our information. So if you have any questions, just let us know. Thanks for your time.
Great, thank you. So next up, we'll hear from Richard Bland College.
Alrighty guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Marshall Dunn. I'm one of the admissions counselors here at Richard Bland College. I want to talk to y'all real quick about what we offer here. We are a 2-year junior college affiliate of William & Mary, so we are Virginia's only residential 2-year college. So what we're going to do on our campus is to get you all your kind of prerequisite gen ed type courses of your bachelor's degree, and then have you transfer using one of our 35 guaranteed transfer agreements here within Virginia. Looking at the map, we are about 30 to 45 minutes south of Richmond, depending on traffic on the interstate. We're kind of in that central part of Virginia. So what we're going to do, our 3 big things that we like here is our affordability that we offer for students with our credit hours and housing, our exceptional student experience, which I'll get into a little bit, and then those transfer agreements. Kind of looking at us by the numbers, we are about 33% first generation college students. Over 60% of your classes are taught by, 76% of your classes are taught by full-time professors, with about 60% of those being less than 20 students. So we have right around 1,000 students on campus, even though the number says that we had right around 2,400. That includes all of our dual enrollment students that are still in high school taking classes online through us. Looking at the breakdown, we are about 60% minority and about 60% female students. So we got a little bit of a diverse campus for the size campus that we are. As I said earlier, what you are going to be achieving here at Richard Bland is one of your associate's degrees. So that is going to get you halfway to your bachelor's degree. So it's going to be the 60 credits, and you're going to complete one in one of our associates of science or associates of arts. Our associates of science is kind of broken down to help out with getting students different focuses on what they are going to major in. So science is kind of broken down into our behavioral sciences, business administration, math and computer science, life science, clinical lab science, and physical sciences. And this should cover most of the different career paths that you will pursue once you transfer to a 4-year institution. And then our Associates of Arts is going to kind of cover all those arts and humanities that will eventually go to the 4-year college, whether it's going to be your history, teaching, that type of stuff. And then our 35 guaranteed transfer agreements are with every public college here in Virginia, but VMI and a lot of private colleges. And all of those have a required GPA as well as prerequisite classes. And once you achieve that, you are guaranteed admission and you transfer with junior status at that college. The way you figure that out is that you have a learner mentor that is going to be your academic advisor here on campus. They are a full-time staff member of the college, and what they are going to do is they are going to help you with your courses, whether it's going to be figuring out what courses you need to take for different majors, as well as looking forward to your transfer agreements. So they're going to create a success plan with you, and they're going to help you check off all those requirements so that when you come down to your second year in graduation, you know where you're transferring to because you've met all those requirements. One thing nice that they have access to is your grades and attendance that professors update on a weekly basis. So you will go through the semester, and if you go meet with them periodically, they will give you a real snapshot of how your grades look throughout the semester, rather than at midterms and finals, and then kind of everything else is a guess in between. So they're kind of a one-stop shop for anything on campus that students need, whether it's academic planning, looking forward to what majors or careers you want to pursue following Richard Bland, or any kind of questions about campus, classes, tutoring, that type of stuff. They handle all of that, and they're centrally located in our library on campus. Campus is 750 acres, which sounds like a lot, but most of it is wooded. Everything on campus is kind of within a 10-15 minute walk of each other. So it's not too bad. If you sleep in a little bit before one of your classes, you can easily get up and walk and get to that class on time. Parking is free, and freshmen as well as sophomores are allowed cars on our campus. Our buildings on the 1 and 2 are going to be Patriot and Freedom Hall, which are apartment style housing options, which I'll get into in a little bit. And then all of your academic classes, that academic wing is going to be buildings 4 through 7. Here's our dorms. They are Patriot and Freedom Hall, and they are full apartments. This is what you would kind of expect to have more junior and senior year living off campus at a 4-year college, whereas on our campus, you have these available to you. So I'm going to click on this, and we're going to go check out a dorm real quick. So as you can see, we have the virtual tour right here. And once you walk into the dorms, you're going to have 4 bedrooms in them, and they're going to be either single or double. So you have between 4 to 8 people per apartment, but you do have a full kitchen. You do have 2 full bathrooms, and you do have a full laundry room within your apartment. So you don't have to actually leave your room to go down and wash your clothes or anything like that. You can get all of this in your apartment, which is all going to be for freshmen, sophomores as well. On campus, there are plenty of opportunities to get involved outside of classes. You're going to have your different leadership opportunities with student government, as well as any clubs or organizations that you want to join. Since we only have students for 2 years, we do not have that junior senior leadership to keep clubs going year in and year out. So we make it really easy to start a club. Only thing you need is 2 students, so yourself and a friend, to have a club creation with a faculty member signing off on that club. So we have a wide selection of clubs that are student proactive created. Same thing with intramurals. Whatever students are interested, the coaching staff on campus will likely bring it to campus. We do participate in intercollegiate sports. We are part of the NJCAA Division I level. So we have basketball and soccer for the men, softball, volleyball, and soccer for the women. Then here's a breakdown of our tuition, with tuition and fees being around $8,000 and room and board being about $10,000. And then our scholarship opportunities that we have, a lot of students get the Statesman Scholar. You have to have at least a 3.0, but then it gets bumped up to 3.5, and we can cover between 20 and 80% of your out-of-pocket expenses. Not a separate application. You just apply, and then our financial aid office will base it off of your estimated family contribution. And then just stay connected with us here with our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Only thing we need to complete your application is a copy of your high school transcript.
Perfect. And up next, we'll hear from Marymount University.
On mute. Hi everyone, my name is Destiny Welch. I am a senior admissions counselor here at Marymount University, and I will just be sharing with you a little bit more information about Marymount as a whole. So Marymount was founded in 1950, and we are currently about 2,300 undergraduate students. Our average class size is about 17 students in a class. And within that 2,300, we have a wide variety of students represented at Marymount, so over 40 states and almost 70 countries. So we have 20% of our students that are international, and over 50% of our students are minority students. So we really celebrate the global perspective, which is actually one of our pillars at Marymount. We also encourage students to participate in service initiatives. So service to others is our other pillar. And the last one is intellectual curiosity, which is just encouraging our students to ask questions in our classes. We are currently in Arlington, Virginia, which is only about 6 miles from DC. And our student to faculty ratio is 12:1. So with that, as a liberal arts institution, we do have a wide variety of majors presented. Popular majors would be business administration, information technology, fashion design, fashion merchandising, criminal justice, and nursing. Those are pretty popular majors, but as you can see, we have a wide variety of offers to students. We also have graduate programs as well, and we do offer you the opportunity to have an accelerated master's program where it's your bachelor's and master's in 5 years. Really for our MBA and our IT program, we also offer a 3+3 for students to get their Juris Doctorate as well. Within our programs, we encourage our students to have hands-on research experiences. This photo here is actually one of our department chairs, specifically within the biology department, and we have a turtle research lab on campus. So if you're interested in biology, biochemistry, or just learning more, we offer you opportunities within every major to work with a faculty member and participate in research opportunities to help you with your next steps. Marymount does require all of our students to complete an internship. So it's built within your schedule and your 4-year degree plan. I like to say at your time at Marymount, you'll have 3 staff members that'll help you on your path to success. So you'll have your academic advisor that helps you with your 4-year plan. You'll also have your internship advisor, which aids you in finding that internship that's required, but also to transition from Marymount to your career. And you'll have a faculty mentor. So you have a wide variety of students wide variety of faculty and staff that want you to succeed. So here are some of our internship locations. So we have opportunities with Amazon, the FBI, CIA, other government agencies, but also Fannie Mae, right? So there's a lot of opportunities for you within the Arlington area to participate in as early as, sophomore year. As a Marymount student, you start taking classes in your major your first semester. So you truly have 4 years of growth, which provides you with more opportunities for internship and research opportunities as an underclassman and as a upperclassman. So going into our admissions requirements, we require the application on the Common App or the Marymount website. There is a non-refundable application fee, but we also require your high school transcripts, 1 letter of recommendation, and a personal essay with the topic of your choice. Marymount is completely test optional. We do not require SAT or ACT scores. Every student will be considered for a merit-based scholarship based off of the cumulative high school GPA and extracurricular activities and involvement. We also offer NCAA Division III athletic teams. We have 19 athletic teams, and we also have intramural and club sports for our students to get involved with as well. So there's a wide variety of resources that we encourage our students to be a part of, whether that's clubs and organizations or athletics. If you are interested in pursuing Division III athletics, I encourage you to visit marymountsaints.com and fill out our recruitment form there. If you have any questions, we highly encourage you to contact us. We currently are offering in-person campus tours, and we also have Saturday information sessions, and our virtual open house will be on November 14th. So we look forward to seeing you all on campus or virtually soon.
Great, thank you. And our final college for this 6x6 is Florida Southern College, and then we'll have some time for some Q&A.
Awesome, thank you. So let me share my screen real quick. So hello, my name is Leanne Williams. I am Florida Southern College's specific admissions counselor for students in Virginia. I also work with Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Kentucky. To get started with some basic information, Florida Southern College is located in the city of Lakeland, which is almost exactly halfway between Tampa and Orlando. So not only do you have easy access to 2 major airports, but you're ideally located between the beaches of St. Pete and Clearwater on one side and the Orlando theme parks on the other. FSC has about 3,500 total students. Of these students, about 60% are coming from the state of Florida and 40% are coming from everywhere else, including out-of-state and international students. We offer 70 different programs of study as well as 16 pre-professional tracks. Our most popular majors include biology and marine biology, nursing, business, musical theater, and education. We are a liberal arts college at our core, so no matter what your major is, you are going to be receiving a well-rounded degree. About 40% of our students double major or combine their major with a minor, so there's opportunities to combine more than one interest. We do take a very personal approach to education. Our average class size is about 18 students, and we have a 14-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. All of the courses are taught by the professors themselves. We never have student assistants or graduate assistants leading courses. We want all of our students learning directly from the experts. We place a heavy emphasis on engaged and experiential learning across all majors. The curriculum is designed to give students opportunities to be learning by doing as much as possible, and with ample opportunities for research, internships, etc. All of our students are guaranteed a high impact engaged learning experience. Part of our engaged learning experience includes what we call our 3 guarantees: study abroad, professional internship, and graduating on time. In regards to study abroad, we guarantee this through our Junior Journey program, and that is a 7 to 10 day trip over school breaks in either a student's junior or senior year. Offering these options over school break ensures that all students are going to be able to go. Being in a heavy track major that doesn't allow for a full semester abroad won't keep students from getting that study abroad opportunity. You go with a professor and you receive credit for the trip, so there is a heavy academic component to the trip in addition to the general benefits of travel experience. We also guarantee internships to all of our students, regardless of major. Students have the options to do internships locally during the school year. Central Florida has a lot of career options for a variety of fields, or students can arrange to complete internships closer to home over school breaks. And then the last guarantee is to graduate on time. We're able to guarantee this because in addition to what we've already shared about academics, students are paired with an academic advisor in their field of study as soon as they are on campus. Students are guaranteed to meet with their advisor several times a year to make sure that they are staying on track for graduation. We are very much a residential campus community. Our campus is about 115 acres, and we guarantee housing all 4 years in a variety of residence hall styles. Campus life is very active. In terms of athletics, we are Division II for the NCAA, and all varsity recruiting is handled by the coaches directly. Our mascot is the moccasin, the snake, not the shoe, and you'll often hear that abbreviated to just Mocs. We have a lot of options to be involved in athletics at the club or intramural level as well. And speaking of clubs, we have over 100 different student clubs and organizations here on campus. Everything from Greek life to student government, multicultural organizations, faith life, performing arts groups, and just about any special interest group you could think of. So there truly is something for everyone. Some data and info about the application process can be viewed here. First and foremost, it's completely free to apply regardless of how you do so. We are available on, our application is available on our website, the Common App, and the Coalition app. In addition to the application, we need a high school transcript, 1 letter of recommendation, and a personal statement. Florida Southern is test optional, so students can either submit your test scores or choose to be evaluated as a test optional application. We know that cost is a major factor in the decision-making process, so to touch base on financial aid, every application is automatically considered for an academic-based scholarship. You do not need to apply separately. We do encourage all students to file the FAFSA, at least for that first year, because we do also offer some need-based aid opportunities. Some departments on campus offer specific scholarships based on audition, portfolio review, interviews, etc., and we are a scholarship stacking school. So that means we will accept any outside grant or scholarship a student receives on top of your FSC award letter. If you're interested in learning more about Florida Southern, we have several options, both in person and virtually. All of that info can be found on our visit page, and the URL is on the screen right now. We are currently open Monday through Friday for in-person tours. We require advanced registration so that we can monitor capacity and make sure that we are ensuring safe social distancing. We also offer an online info session several times a week, and many of our faculty members are scheduling what we call mock talks. These are academic discipline specific webinars that will be happening in the evenings. As those events are finalized, the schedule is being updated on our website. And if you're unable to attend a live webinar, we have hundreds of hours of video footage available on our website too. So to close out, again, I'm the counselor who works with students in Virginia, so don't hesitate to reach out with any questions I can help with, no matter where you are in the admissions process. My contact info is on the screen, as well as the handles for all of our social media channels if you're interested in keeping up with FSC news. Thank you all so much for your time this afternoon.
All right, everyone. So we've got about 7 minutes for some Q&A activity, and I would love to start with all of our panelists. If you'd like to turn on your cameras, and we'll just go in presentation order. And I would love to hear just one thing about your school that is unique or a special tradition, or if there's something that you didn't get to your presentation that you'd like to highlight, we'd love to hear it.
Okay, I guess starting with William & Mary. I think that one of our favorite traditions on campus really showcases our strong community here, and that's called Convocation. So that is something that happens on the first day of classes for all of the students who are new to the university, both first-year freshmen and transfer students, as well as anyone who is kind of new on faculty or staff. But everyone gathers on one side of the Wren building you saw in the presentation. They hear from a speaker, sing the alma mater, and everyone goes through the doors of the Wren building to the other side, which is our sunken garden, into the William & Mary community. It's everyone from current students, local alumni, faculty, staff, even some dogs and kids there. And everyone is just cheering, the band's playing, and tons of high fives in a non-COVID year, of course, and just everyone screaming that, you're welcome here, and it's just such a great way to start off the first day of classes.
I was planning on sharing favorite tradition as well, and it actually is exactly the same as William and Mary. It is convocation for us as well at Dickinson. Very similar, but also a little bit different. So same deal, it happens for first year students in the fall. It's a beautiful ceremony that centers around Old West, which is the original college campus building. So students will walk up the steps of Old West, and then they will actually sign their name into the book of the college, which has been in existence since our founding. So it's really cool to have students add their name to this legacy. You know, all the students that came before, all the students that will come after. I know it's a very meaningful tradition for our students. And then actually the process comes full circle at graduation, where students will enter Old West, they will sign their name out of the book, and then they will head down the steps of Old West again. So it really is a beautiful, meaningful experience for many of our students. And then on a more lighthearted note, you will hear that Calf's Giving is a very, very popular event on campus. So we put together a beautiful Thanksgiving feast in the dining hall. I know our students are excited for that every year.
All right. So Amy presented earlier, but I wanted to share with you guys, I actually grew up in Virginia. So I wanted to talk a little bit about coming out of state for college and the experience that it kind of implanted on my heart. So I'm about an hour. I grew up in Pulaski County. I don't know if anybody knows where that is, but it was definitely a big environment change for me, but it was something that has been the best decision that I've ever made. Obviously, I'm still working here. The Campus Beautiful, which is our nickname, really is one of the best. It's a compliment to our campus, but also the beautiful hearts and the beautiful community that we live in, not only in the people, but in the environment. The mountainous scape that is near us is absolutely gorgeous. And the people in the Athens community, I know that Megan and Rebecca touched on traditions. We have a festival in Athens that we have each year. And so the community and the college come together and you get to really see that bond and that connection. And so that kind of is what made Concord home. And that's why I've stayed here for the many years that I've been here. So yeah.
Thanks. I'm Kyle with Richard Bland College. Marshall presented earlier for us, but just speaking about sort of the uniqueness of our campus, beyond being Virginia's only two-year residential institution, which really does make us very unique, our pecan grove on campus, as you can see a digital representation of behind me, is the largest in the state of Virginia. And we have this great festival that happens every October, not this year, unfortunately, but every October, with the exception of this one, we have this great pecan festival on campus, which really is sort of very much a homecoming style event for our community and a great time to come out and visit campus. And on that note, I just want to encourage all of our students as they are looking and narrowing down their list and hearing from all these schools. If our school does make your list as you narrow it down, please come visit us, see if we're the right fit for you, get that feeling in your gut. If it's good, if it's bad, there really might be something to that. And the only way you're going to know for yourself is if you get here and see us. So we are open right now for tours, single family tours following CDC guidelines and social distancing. So as you feel comfortable to come visit, please come visit.
So for Marymount University, we have an annual fashion show that we put on each year with our fashion design, fashion merchandising students, and our fashion club. So we invite a designer each year to come and critique our students' work. So past years, it was Oscar de la Renta, Michael Kors, Naeem Khan, Tommy Hilfiger, and this past year was Lazaro from Say Yes to the Dress, which is super exciting. So it's a full student event. It's actually over 3 days. So it's our student portfolio, and that's one of the largest traditions and one of the most exciting too.
And for Florida Southern College, so a cool fact about us, we are the largest single site collection of Frank Lloyd Wright architecture in the country, and that kind of leads to one of our favorite senior traditions. One of the Frank Lloyd Wright structures is the Water Dome, which is this big, beautiful pool of water with jets on the side. It's a historic structure, so typically you can't go wading in it, but the very last week of classes, we throw a pool party for our seniors in the Water Dome. So it's just a fun way to say goodbye and, kind of break the rules a little bit.
All right, well, if there are no further questions, we'll go ahead and wrap up this 6x6. So I want to say thank you to all of the presenters and all of the participants who joined us this afternoon. When you close this window, there will be a link to a quick 4-question survey that we'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. And this is just one of many sessions being hosted. We've got another one starting in just about 15 minutes. So be sure to sign up for those additional sessions at strivescan.com/Virginia. In about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/Virginia. So once again, thank you to all of the panelists and participants who joined us this afternoon, and I'm sure I'll see some of you in about 15 minutes. Have a great day.